Hello, dear learners. Welcome to our channel Academy Domain. Today I am going to discuss on the topic metaphysical poetry. Dear learners, watch the video till the end. If you find my video helpful to you, please like, comment and subscribe our channel. Now I am going to share you the definition of metaphysical poetry. The word metaphysical is derived from a Latin word metaphysica, which is the combination of two words meta and physica. The two word meta means beyond or after, and physica means work or world. So the term metaphysical can be defined as metaphysical world means beyond the physical world. Metaphysical poetry refers to the poetry of the 17th century, means the poetry which were written in 17th century, that combines emotion with intellect, means knowledge, often in unconventional or blunt ways, with the goal of understanding the human mind. Samuel Johnson, who was 17th century writer, was the first person who coined, means who introduced the term metaphysical poetry in his book Lives of the Most Eminent English Poets. Metaphysical poetry means poetry that goes beyond the physical world of the senses and explores the spiritual world. Metaphysical poetry began early in the Jacobean age, in the last stage of the age of Shakespeare. John Donne is considered as the founder of metaphysical poetry or the metaphysical school of poetry, as well as the master of metaphysical conceit. Now I am going to define the definition of metaphysical conceit in the later part of this video. Other metaphysical poets are Abraham Cowley, Richard Crashaw, Andrew Marvell, George Herbert, Robert Herrick, etc. Characteristics or main feature of metaphysical poetry. Main feature of metaphysical poetry include skillful use of wit, means knowledge and conceit, passionate thought, religious and dramatic elements, directness of speech, abrupt beginning, harsh rhythm, scientific speculations, ordinary speech mixed with puns and paradoxes, colloquial language, argumentative presentation of emotion, and daring imagery or metaphysical concept. Similarly, in metaphysical poetry, there is use of conceits. Conceits means comparison between objects which at first glance seem to have nothing in common. The argumentative quality of the language, which often seems to be one side of a dialogue between poet and his beloved or God or himself, means there is communication between poet or the speaker and his lover, sometimes the speaker and the God, and sometimes poet speaks to himself, or dialogue between poet, means there is monologue, use of monologue as well. There is use of wit, the ability to relate dissimilar ideas, means two uncommon ideas, implied intellectual meaning, use of paradoxes, conceits, puns, etc. The lyrics of the metaphysical poems are very fantastic and peculiar, means very uncommon, very important metaphysical poets. John Donne, he was the founder of metaphysical poetry. He wrote both love and religious poems, including satires, elegies, and sermons. His concerts are the vehicles means the means of transferring, vehicles of transmitting multiple feelings, means through his concerts, he transforms or he reflects multiple meanings. He often puts the main beat on words of a little importance, means very minor things. In his poem The Flea, the speaker asks her beloved, means asks his beloved not to kill the flea, as it has become Mary's bed, because it has sucked the blood of both of them. Means in this poem, the flea, here flea is represents as Mary's bed of the speaker and his beloved. When his beloved wants to kill the flea, which is considered as minor insect, then the lover or the speaker stops her from killing the flea, because he thinks that the flea is the Mary's bed of both of them. Means here we can see the comparison between two dissimilar things, the love or the marriage bed and the flea. There is comparison between two dissimilar things. That's why it is conceit. Similarly, another great metaphysical poet is Andrew Marvell, who is also influenced by metaphysical style and thought of John Donne. Like John Donne, he wrote poems that relied on metaphysical conceit, the witty, elaborate comparison that characterize metaphysical poetry. Many of his poems debate spiritual issues and the transitory nature of life, means temporariness of life. To his co-mistress, this is also very interesting poem, is full of wonderful metaphysical concepts. In this poem, the poet compares his love's growth with the growth of vegetables, which is very amazing, very interesting, because here he compares the growth of love with the growth of vegetable. This strange comparison evokes our attention and wonder at the same time. Means here the growth of vegetable and the growth of loves, though they are dissimilar, but the poet makes them similar. That's why these things are conceit here. Means the growth of vegetable and the growth of love, they are conceit. Similarly, another famous metaphysical poet is Robert Herrick. He was contemporary with the metaphysical poet John Donne. His earlier poems are musical and polished, addressed to beautiful ladies. Means his earlier poem generally based on beautiful ladies and his love with them. And his later poetry was more spiritual, means just like more metaphysical, beyond physical world, and philosophical nature, means this poem had got some philosophical meaning. To his poem, in his poem, to the virgin to make much time, he asks his beloved to love him when she is still young. Means he pursues his beloved to love him, or he is convincing her to love him. Otherwise, as time is changing, time does not wait for anyone else, and because of that reason, time will turn her old and nobody will love her. Means through these words, he convinces his beloved to love him. Means these three poets are very important metaphysical poets. Apart from them, there are other metaphysical poets too. In my other video, I'll make more classes regarding these poets as well. That's all for today. See you in next video. Till then, thank you and bye bye.